just an introduction, okay? Why are we doing this symposium? This is actually a first of a series of symposia designed to kind of educate everybody for this project, because this project is so big and this goes beyond Mansalay, this goes actually beyond Mindoro, this goes beyond the Philippines, and I will give you an insight into that. And I'm very pleased that he was mentioning the word dream, okay? But I'd like to wake him up and turn this into a vision. A leader has to have a vision. And most of you here are leaders, so you have to have more or less a commonality of vision. If you don't know where you're going, anywhere you go is okay for you, but you might be going to the wrong place. And the rationale for this symposium is basically to educate all stakeholders for this project. Okay, and we would like to start with the grassroots leadership. That's why we invited people from Mansalay and the surrounding areas who will be kind of leading the community, in particular how to handle this project of this magnitude and nature. No? So actually, when the congressman was talking about this with me, I said, don't come here yet. You just come at the end and shake everybody's hands because they are your constituents. And then the other day he said, "Oh, he's coming," and the governor is just coming. So I'm very pleased that you're here. Actually, I'm happier because I don't have to repeat things to them, and they exactly know what I'm telling you. Okay. So with that, that's the idea of why we're having this symposium. Now, at the end of the day, I'm talking about the objectives now. I would like you to be able to say, before we go for dinner, I would like you to be able to say, well, Dave is just pulling our legs, or he's just talking nonsense, or this is something that was an act, let's do this. This is good for Mansalay, this is good for Mindoro, this is good for the Philippines, actually this is good for Asia and the rest of the world. And when the congressman says he would like to put Mansalay and Mindoro on the map, he's not kidding. But let's go beyond the dreaming and make sure that you can say for yourself honestly at the end of this symposium that yes, we have something to work on. So that's the main objective. Decorum. This is not a seminar, this is a symposium. So what I'd like to encourage you to do is to have some kind of interaction with me. Don't hesitate to kind of interrupt me. I welcome all questions, especially those that are of course relevant. Now if it will take a long time, I would encourage you to reserve that during the open forum, but don't hesitate to ask me questions, okay? So let's just have the participatory session, okay? And then we are also taking a video coverage of this proceeding, and we will give you a copy. Actually, we'll post this on the internet, so you will have a copy. You can actually review what we discussed. Also, there are two caveats here. This will be a very, very big project. So don't just open your minds. Don't be surprised, okay? And at the same time, don't close your minds, but ask questions if you feel like you don't understand, okay? Don't hesitate. And then we reproduced a paper, which is a concept paper, and you have a copy of that, one each, and it is free. On the other hand, if you would like extra copies, we will make it available to you only at 300 pesos, okay? Because it costs money to do that. But this time it's free. Most likely after the symposium, we're gonna revise that. Because even 2 days ago, the congressman suggested a few additions or some iterations. Okay, so we'll probably do a revision based on some of the recommendations. Okay, so this is the coverage. There will be 7 subjects. First, I would like to make sure that I'm going to give a lot of caveats. Who we are and who we are not. And then I'll give you an overall overview, like we're taking a helicopter and seeing the forest. Okay? And then I'll talk more about the vision. What's the vision all about? How can we make this thing a reality? Because we may have a vision, but how do you make it a reality? Okay, and then why Mansalay for the site? Then what would be the impact of this project with respect to our national economy? If you look at that, that is not Mansalay or Mindoro economy, that's national economy. We will also talk about the impact on the environment. And then, of course, we all would like to breathe clean air, clean water. We would like to have comfortable living. We would like to have our bathrooms clean, things like that. So we would like to enjoy a higher quality of life. And then I will discuss very briefly why we would like to have this project located in a site that is declared a free special economic zone. Okay, but if it is not possible, we can still do it without that. Where do we go from here after this? So we'll discuss all those. Okay. The congressman will understand me here. Caveats. Okay. I would like to make sure that you understand that the company I'm representing, Biocene and AEPCM, we are not a bank. We're not bankers. We do not finance projects. This is actually a multi-billion-dollar project. We do not finance that, but we can arrange for the financing with project financiers. We are not process technology supplier. In other words, we're not the likes of DuPont or people like Honeywell. They invest a lot of money to develop technologies. We deal with them, we use their technologies, but we are not like them. We do not deal with technologies. We are not an engineering firm, okay? And we are not a construction company, but we deal with them. They are our contractors. We deal with them. Our company has what you call an in-house engineer, meaning all our engineering work is done by our in-house engineer. But that engineer is not a person, it's a company. Because this kind of a project requires multidisciplinary expertise beyond engineering. So instead of employing a person, we engage the services of an engineering firm as our in-house engineer. But what is AEPCM or Biocene? We are a technology architect. It's like a conductor. Okay, there's an orchestra. So we do not play the violin or the piano, but we conduct like a conductor. We are the one who designed the opera, but we do not play the instruments. Last October 15 last year, we organized an international conference where we invited all our subcontractors like DuPont, Vinces. These are major companies, multi-billion-dollar companies that are known to play in the oil industry. And I'll give you a short interview of one of our who later became our director and major investor, who gave a very good summary of his impressions about that conference when we invited all our subcontractors and indirectly endorsed what we are trying to accomplish, which is actually more complicated than the Mindoro Energy City. What we are doing in the US is probably about 10-20 times more complicated than the Mindoro Energy City. And this is his this is very quick. This is his which was followed by a major investment, his personal investment.
For what Ryosyn's bringing to the market very near.
No, I'm excited about the potential, the future, and so forth. Well, I think it's the integration of all of the expertise that has been brought together, so that the promise of success is up there to a real high percentage compared with a lot of initial setups where you don't have that degree of expertise to help out with the completion. In my opinion, it takes someone like Dale to bring this all together. He is one exceptional person to get this whole thing integrated and brought together with all of the like your big firms, to get them on board. Well, I had fairly good confidence from the first time that I met Dale. I'm excited about just how well it has been put together. So, yes, I'm excited.
We have interviews like that, and that's kind of a very good summary of his impressions about the international conference that we conducted just a few months ago. Okay, so we are technology architects. We also design advanced products. It has been my dream to always come up with. And I forgot something. In my room, I have a sample of our diesel, which I'll show you later on. We design advanced ultra-clean fuels, which is, again, a lot more complicated than the Mindoro Energy City. We also, we are project developers, but we separate ourselves from the others by making our projects green. So, for example, distributed refining. This is I cannot go into the details of that, but it's a kind of a business model in refining petroleum to come up with ultra-clean fuels. I will show you another video, but this is one of the potential projects we would like to do in the Philippines as an example of what we can do, which will immediately address the smoke belching problem in Metro Manila. And if we do this, we can actually do it here. We can actually do this in Beijing or in Bangkok, where smoke belching is a problem as well.
I'm here now at the UP campus to witness a jeepney that is guilty for smoke belching and to prove how effective this city diesel can be. So the jeepney driver will start his engine and we will see how bad the smoke of this jeepney can be. Okay.
Kombucho yun. Dapat sabihin mo doon sa free space, tapos magpatakbo ng ba't pasigan? Ay, parang hindi naman mausok yan.
Ayan o, usok o.
Mag-itip dapat parang
Hindi working all the time. Paano na yun? Ayan o, all the time lang.
yung mga safe way pa sa pahay niya.
Ayan o. Bawat accelerate niya, may lumalabas na bagay. Kasi boilo na lang yung ano yung diba, pansin niyo ba?
Hindi siya inumin.
Oo, small bleaching bawal yun eh.
Hindi sa batas niya, hindi pinatas niya.
Nawala yung ulam mo ano yun?
Ito ka pa ba kanan?
You get that, right? That's familiar, and that's also happening in our tricycles. Okay, what we did was to simply change the diesel, the ordinary diesel that we are all familiar with a diesel that's not adulterated. we can discuss about how our diesel is adulterated by the oil companies. That's exactly what we did, and we didn't do anything on the engine. And so this is the result.
So we just finished test driving this jeepney for 4 times here in the UP campus. So we are back here to interview the driver to see what happens and how everything differs after we put the city diesel here in his jeepney. So come on.
Boom. Okay, zoom na lang. Yung isang bugyo.
Parang.
Tama siya dyan. Wala na masyadong amoy na kanina.
Yo. So, ano pong pangalan niyo po?
Yes, Pascual.
Ilang taon na po kayo?
23.
23. So, kayo po pa may-ari ng jeep na po?
Hindi po, driver lang po ako.
So, ilang taon niyo na po siya dinadrive?
2.
2 years. So, sa pagdadrive niyo po nito for the past 2 years, ano po yung napapansin niyo po? Parang ano po yung experience niyo?
Okay naman, kaso lang, mausok na.
Mausok po. And tapos, sir, sabi niyo po, mausok. So, ngayon po na nilagay po natin yung city diesel. Ano po yung napansin yung pagkakaiba?
Nawala yung itim na usok, tapos nawala yung vibrate ng makina.
Nawala yung itim na usok, tapos nawala po yung
Vibrate.
nagba-vibrate. So, kung kanina po malakas yung vibration, ngayon po, smooth na siya. Okay po. Tapos, ano pa pong napansin niyo kung saan?
Yun lang.
So, sabi niyo po, medyo nag-smoothen po yung vibration po ng jeep. So, paano niyo po nasabing nawala na yung vibration na yun?
Kasi pagka nakahinto yan, yung cambio niya, gumagano'n-gano'n. Gaya kanina, nung nilagay na nila yung diesel tsaka yung may sinali na lang nawala na yung galaw ng cambio pag naka-neutral, pag nakahinto.
So, mas madali na po siyang gamitin ngayon. Okay.
That is one of the campaigns we would like to implement here if things go well. Already, the general here has agreed to help us declare the military bases as smoke-free zones where vehicles that are belching smoke will be given some kind of ticket, not an apprehension ticket, but a ticket that will tell them, okay, this is what you can do. And we'll give them the ability to get rid of the smoke, and they do not have to bribe, the authorities so they can get away with the smoke belching. And our latest, hopefully, project, and this is what we're doing. Yeah.
Yung cost.
Ito ba cheaper? Cheaper than your ordinary diesel. Oh yeah. Wait. I'm just giving you an idea. This is a lot smaller than, if this one is like this, what we're talking in Mindoro City is on the roof. But I'm just giving you an example that you can actually test right now. Okay? So these green energy cities, so there are 2 green energy cities as a result of my visit with the congressman that we're trying to push right now, and that is the Mindoro Green Energy City Project, okay, which we will go into the details this afternoon. But I'd like you to, although I will not give you the details now, this will not be possible without the other Green Energy City, the Dakota Green Energy City Project. That's the reason why I told Congressman when he was in Germany, I had to fly to South Dakota, hoping that I could finish my business there and see him here in the Philippines. But then by the time I got here, he was already in the U.S. But anyway, I will explain that later on. Those 2 are important, okay? So those are our projects that we would like to push at this time. Here are our corporate values, and this is how we conduct our business. Okay. We are very, very particular about our social and environmental responsibilities. We will not do anything that will be against anything that will damage our society and the environment. We are friends with the environmentalists. We actually thrive on high standards. Without the high standards for fuels, we have no business, because the oil companies are already doing them. So if we just follow them, we really have no business. That's why I'll show you later on, because I forgot it's my room. Our diesel looks like this. It smells like water, and it's not toxic, and so on and so forth. We have here a doctorate in chemistry. I will explain to you why that is so, and she will try to confirm whether I'm telling you the truth or not. We have to say this all the time because we're now starting to deal with regulators in other countries. We also have a project in England. And we love to comply with regulations. So we will have no problem with regulatory authorities. Okay? So the higher the standards, the better for us. Okay? It's not just the products that we are trying to kind of promote at a higher standard, but also the process. I'll give you an example. In the oil industry, and you can Google this yourself. The oil industry, they have what you call alkylation to produce high octane gasoline. And the product alkylation is actually, the gasoline looks like this, high octane, no benzene, no toxic chemicals. But the process, they're using sulfuric acid and hydrofluoric acid. If you Google hydrofluoric acid, you're gonna get scared. In fact, I'm talking to a lot of oil companies now in the US just to find out their sentiments. If the EPA says stop producing this particular product using hydrofluoric acid, what will you do? And they say they will fight the EPA.